Let's go!
The station that keeps it rocking 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Grizz Biz, my 2 cents.
Be on the plane, clears up my mind with a strain. Free up my mind from the strain. We are not talking the same. These niggas preaching the rain. I don't care about the cloud that you claim. I don't care about the game that you bang. Pull up a wood in the tray. Confidence triggers are lame. Ooh, I was just hurting for pay. You shouldn't be feeling this way. Shit, you watch me fall to the grave. Niggas love to sit in the grave. Keep them niggas way out of the way. I cannot stomach them. Fuck up a run again. But fuck it, I'm dumping it. Be my ambitions to line up. I got some levels to climb up. I can't relinquish my time up. Talk to they souls like a shaman. Won't be remembered as common. They gotta know how we vibing. I just gotta stay in my lane. Fuck around, be harder to say. Having trouble staying in one place. Might have to swerve on the play. Flip and repeat on delay. We gon' head to the street, we gon' stay. We gon' hide this shit all in your face. I got problems I probably should face. Get as much as be taking this place. And my cup, it can fill up a lake, yeah. Pull up right here where you stay, yeah. Ain't no one really that safe, yeah. Bounce with the team. Don't hit it, bow to the king. Every beat bows to be clean. Like it's Bowser on the scene. Shell spiking all to the screen. Knock a nigga all out the ring. Knock a nigga all out the race. Lot of bars, not a lot of space. You the type that kept the luggage place. Money's only time you save face. A beach better come with this case.
It's the #1 station blazing the airwaves.
right here, so keep it locked.
This is Grizz Biz, my 2 cents.
Yes. Wednesday to Wednesday, we are back at it again. It's like the train that don't stop. Just keep on chugging. You know what I'm saying? Just keep on moving, baby. Just keep on pushing. Just walk on through it. You know what I'm talking about? Don't stop walking. That's what my brother say. He said, don't stop walking. Just don't stop walking. Big brother, don't stop walking. So I ain't going to stop walking. Give myself a round of applause because we are now in a position to further ourselves from years of doing this podcast stuff and all the other stuff that y'all probably don't want to hear about that I'm going to tell you about anyway. And some of you, a lot of you have witnessed it. So that's what it is. But if we was to pan over to the right, bam, you would see that the divas is not here. Man, it's like alternating. You know what I'm saying? These women are something else. And I gave it to them. They got to do what they got to do, and they doing some things. You know what I'm saying? I understand black women. I want to give a shout out to Ebony J with the 6th annual Queens. I got to get involved with that. I love women. My wife said, you are so silly. I do, but I love women. I'd rather be surrounded by a bunch of women than a bunch of men. But I like the men for our camaraderie. You know what I'm talking about? Because men really kick it. Like men kick it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But let's see if we can run our commercials right quick. Our sponsors and get them in. We missed them last week, so we're going to get them together this week.
iRepair Plus is the place for all tablet, smartphone, and computer repairs. We specialize in repairing broken screens, charge ports, batteries, cameras, and more. We remove viruses from computers, install new hard drives, and will have your computer running like new in no time. Plus, we activate phone service for Verizon Prepaid, T-Mobile Prepaid, and Ultra Mobile. Once activated, you can visit iRepair Plus to replenish your monthly service payment. Get an iPhone 8 for just $50 or an iPhone 7 for free when you switch to Verizon Prepaid. BYOD, that's bring your own device or purchase an unlocked device from iRepair Plus. We have the latest unlocked smartphones and accessories. We fix it, we finance it, we facilitate it. Call 513-521-0111. That's 513-521-0111.
Jarman Home Solutions, LLC. Call 266-8290 or get free estimates. Oh, I better not say free. It might be free. Estimates at JarmanHomeSolutionsLLC.com. Anyway, all I know is a black-owned company. They do electric work, any type of electric work that needs to be done in your home, they do it. And it's a bunch of young brothers, man, positive brothers, man. So y'all check them out and do let them do what they do, man. Come fix whatever problems you have electrically, whether it's music, moving a fuse box or installing an electric car charger in your garage. They know how to do all of that. They even change light bulbs. I'm just playing. They do it all. Dorman Home Solutions. 513-266-8290. Then we're going to go with Bagman. Custom bags made, pre-made bags of any design choice that your mind can think of. Take yourself down to Bagman, 3020 Coleraine Avenue, right behind Wendy's, and go in there and get you some bags. Bags for any type of occasion. Make your presentation of what's in the bag what you're looking for. Bagman. Let me shout out to Goody's Barbecue. The weather's changing. That man's over there doing his thing. Goody Slab, 7440 Hamilton Avenue. I'm telling you, like I always say, you get the most bang for your bucks with them rib tips, and they are seasoned properly. And the sauce is good. So go on over there and get you some. He got some new entrees, and he's also looking for help. If you need a job, go over to Goody's Barbecue. Go and apply for cashier, waiter, somebody answer the phones. Boom, business is booming. I think rate of pay, is $16 and up. But go on over to 7040 Hamilton Avenue, Goody's Barbecue, and get you some barbecue or a job. Let's give Goody's a round of applause. And our last sponsor, www.danknation.co. That's where you go get your gear. We got the hottest gear for the herbals, man. Hitting the block. You understand me? Vivid embroidery. Good quality t-shirts, man. So go on over there and get your t-shirts, hoodies, everything. www.danknation.co. And be on the lookout for what's going on with the marijuana. Marijuana is getting closer to that time for it to be on the ballot and make it do what it do. So we better hold Biden accountable to that. If anything that would turn the tide for Joe Biden and his slow thinking self is them student loans and them goddamn trees. Because I'm telling you, everybody need to be high when the crap hits the fan. I'm just saying, give me a round of applause. That's what's up. I'm going to quit talking y'all to death. Maybe not. But today's guest, like I said, my cousin couldn't make it. I know y'all was looking for Scotty Hannibal to pop on in. My inbox is full. The views is full on him being on here. Stories to tell, stories that you couldn't even believe, man. Like, Peebo Bryson, The Brat, MC Light, Scarface. Man, when he tell you the Scarface story, god dang. Oh my gosh. That was off the hook. Like, you know what I'm talking about? That's really out there, brother. But I'm tying that in because I was talking to him and we was talking about how the music industry is and how people really are. And today's guest, I was bringing him on with my cousin, but today's guest, Mr. Howard Breeze. Let's give Mr. Howard Breeze a round of applause. Yeah, so we're going to do that because this guy posted some of the similar stuff that I be posting whether people consider it conspiracy theory or you just crazy, you don't know what you're talking about, and so forth. I get that a lot. And I'm wanting to know, do you get that a lot? Because you post a lot of what people will say controversial or stuff that's way out there or it possibly couldn't be true.
Well, once again, thank you for having me on your show again, brother. I like where your show is going, where it's headed. I like the topics you discuss because there are authentic, real topics. America's all this propaganda that our country has embroiled. We actually believe everything that's been put out, and that's the total false narrative. And yes, I get a lot of I get a lot of disses, subliminals. You, like you said, you don't know what you're talking about. You're just a conspiracy theorist. First of all, the CIA created that to discredit the truth. Let's get that straight. Anytime in this country, no matter who you are, what color you are, if you come out with some type of truth that can be detrimental to the elite's well-being or to their agenda, they'll take you out. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Can't just see all these deaths, these mysterious deaths are just a coincidence. There are always signs. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. Hold on for a minute, sir. Hold that thought right there. And we're going to let everything get situated because we got to give these girls of mine, I'm telling you. I'm just saying.
The ladies.
I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Tyann, Soldier Girl, Capri a round of applause because we haven't seen her in a long time. And like I said, the church doors is always open. They never close with us. And she lit up the room too. You know, I don't know, what is that smell? You didn't block out my damn trees. You can tell a woman is in the building. Oh my gosh. How you been?
I'm good.
That's what's up. It's good to see your face in the place to be.
Facts.
It's good to see your face.
Good to be here. How you doing?
Okay, that's Mr. Howard Breeze. That's to
How you
fill you
doing?
in, speed you in on stuff. Cuz couldn't be here. You know, he going through what he going through, but people want to hear from him, and we going to hear from him.
I want to hear from him.
Yeah, because he got some stories to tell. Well, I'm going to go backtrack, but you already know he got some stories to tell. And it ties in with today's topic, which was these people, man, in the industry and what's going on, what's being brought to light, what people think is real, what people think is not real.
Right.
And this brother right here, he's been on the show before, called in, and he posts and does things that I do, and we share information with a whole bunch of other people like-minded, like, hold on, your light has to be on. Your light is discernment. What's wrong with you? Come here, little boo-boo.
Everybody is
Come here, little
blind.
boo-boo. Come here, little boo-boo.
You mean little tink tink?
Come here,
That's
let
what
me
we
help
say.
you. Yeah, tink,
Little
tink.
tink tink.
Yeah, come here. But anyway, and we was just beginning the conversation. But what I want to ask you, what do you consider yourself? What do you consider yourself, and that's the first question. As a label.
What do I consider
Yeah, do you have a label for what you do?
Yeah, I'm a critical thinker.
Okay. A critical thinker.
I think critically. I don't think like we were taught to think, how we've been brought up to indoctrinate everything that America has given to us.
That's
You
what
gotta
they
think,
call
people
that?
still really believe Christopher. Excuse me?
Critical thinker.
Hold on.
What does that mean?
He thinks deep.
Critical
He-
thinker.
he-
I
he-
think
he
I think
thinks-
very
He
deeply.
thinks beyond the
I'm a
surface.
philosopher.
Of things.
I'm a
Yeah.
philosopher.
He thinks beyond the surface. That's what I would say. Because I'm like that. That's why I was telling you, like, I got the
Yeah.
Chris Rock thing. Like,
Okay, I just wanted to be that. I wouldn't classify. I took psychology, and critical thinking, I think it was just another term. I think what we do is natural. Maybe that's just the term. I think that's what we do is natural.
I call it being a realist, too.
I call it running to a goddamn wall and being able to see things. Somebody else been calling something else.
For real.
But anyway, the celebrities, man, the sacrificing and stuff that's going on with these people, man. I don't know. I posted a thing. Now everybody's seen the Drake. Supposed to have been on trial, didn't get called in on trial or whatever. Well, I posted videos of this young man that people have found that he was on DJ Academics. He was on his own live and somewhere else where he clearly says that he was a sacrifice. He clearly says this. Like, no.
Who was he sacrificed by?
Drake.
Oh.
Drake.
Well, they've been saying Drake been doing some little sneaking and geeking on the low, like, for real.
No, like, and people like, you're a YouTuber, you're a researcher, I'm like, dude, that, if you can't see, there was no ventriloquism, this, whatever the word is, this man, he said this out of his mouth.
The food.
You know what I'm saying? So I understand how people can be so gullible and not see this.
But what ways was he sacrificed? Because he's still alive, ain't he?
No, he been dead.
Oh, he dead?
He been dead.
Oh.
But R.I.P. to him.
Damn.
But if you go to my Instagram, you can pull it up exactly what he said and watch the whole little clip right quick.
Oh, that's
that was amazing to me. Like, and then for Drake to write it in a song and have it played out, yeah. And then to have that Dylan dude, that weird brother. That brother he's a weirdo. To have him actually play-by-play it on VLAD TV. When VLAD, whatever the dude's name is.
VLAD?
Yep. Yeah. Interviewed him. Yeah.
Vlad.
I'm going to say VLAD because he
is
is a hip-hop skiller. VLAD.
But
he's a hip-hop. VLAD. VLAD.
y'all,
VLAD. Okay.
He's a culture vulture.
Say it again. VLAD.
Just like a lot of these foreign and white social media influencers that want to take up the black and hip hop culture. I call them culture vultures. Dame Dash has said it. A lot of others have said it as well. I've never known anyone to take an interest in us like this. I mean, that should ring a bell right there. Everybody wants to market and advertise the black culture for their own gain and benefit. I always said
they try to shit on our
everybody
culture.
miss why they. Yes. Everybody miss what the Kanye situation when he said about the Jews that the Jews didn't want to get out that they market and they invest in the black on black crime and black on black demise, violence. The Jews profit in over $1 billion some plus a year. That's what Kanye West said. That's what got him marked, if you want to say. That's why they came at him.
But that was
because the Jews profit off of our demise. They profit off of our violence. They profit off of anything that's a negative image to the black person. The Jews profit off of that. And that's what Kanye had put out. That's why they went after him. That's why they sanctioned him, ostracized him, all the above, because he said that. Anything else, they wouldn't have gave a shit. But he put out that they profit off of our demise, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
that's the critical thinking part right there.
Yeah, but here's how I deep and go even further than that. The Negro won because he got Adidas to go ahead and say, hey, we got to get this, we got to move this stuff, and they can't move without you. Whatever his little followers are doing, they wasn't buying that stuff, man. So they needed to get him back. Right. So he played not only them, he played us too. And you could take it as being played, or you could take it as being like he did enlighten, well, those who we already knew though.
He was trying to educate some.
Yeah, to those who already had an inkling.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But you have to be careful with Kanye too. just like Tupac. They sat on them casting couches too. They went to those mansion parties we discussed and talk about as well.
Oh
And
my
then if you want to
gosh.
get deep, and if you get into numerology, every time Kanye has that hat, 2023, 2024, that's your 2 times 3 is 6, 2 plus 4 is 6. That's your Freemasonry number right there. Look at them hats he wear. Remember, a Freemason's creed has to show you and tell you what they're doing. That's their creed. They have to tell you what they're doing, but they do it indirectly. They won't do it directly. They do it indirectly, and they communicate through numerology. Remember, I sent you that, Grizz, symbolism and numerology. How come you think we was never really taught numbers or symbols in school? The basic crap, that's nothing, because it goes above that, you know? And that's how they communicate. All these celebrities know what's going on. They all in on it. They're all in on it. Oprah, Jordan, look at all this. You got what? The NFL, NBA is dominated 90-some% blacks, right? But yet we have one black owner, Jordan, with the NBA, Charlotte Hornets. No one else. You rarely have any black coaches. If you do, after 1, 2, 3 seasons, they get the boot. Same with the NFL. You get what I'm saying? The critical thinking part of this now.
Right. I get it, but those
You got all these black athletes who can coach them. You get what I'm saying? They
yeah.
all in on it.
But the thing is, how do you get people to wake up and what to wake up for? You know, because the celebrities, and it's not just black celebrities, white celebrities go through the same stuff. I truly believe that
yes.
that Nori was not lying when he said in numerous occasions there's 3 doors that you go through. One door be the homosexual door, and the other door be the sacrifice door, or the door that's in front of you is your door, and I'm not dealing with none of it. I'm going to get it how I get it.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. What did
Most
he
of
play
those
that for?
doors.
Please.
Yeah, so I truly believe that, man. And from my own personal experience, how it was put out to me at one time dealing with a person that was involved in all of that, and I had no complete knowledge of it, but just how, like you said, the mansion parties, just like how these people come out. This was presented to me before I went out there, and I ended up not going out there. And I tell everybody this story. Man, this guy was so deep. He was a Mason. He was a Crip. He was this. He was that.
Damn.
He was into everything. He was. It was amazing. It was amazing. He just got out of jail, and the way he brought me into the game, because obviously he did his homework on me and knew how I would move. And
So he tried to get you to go to a mansion party and all
Hey.
of that?
Bruno will tell you. Bruno will laugh at today's story. Today's story.
Hold on.
Let-
I think he did tell me something about that.
Yeah, well, we was doing our thing
'Cause
music
y'all was on
wise.
tour and everything.
We was doing our thing with the music, right? And so was Zarnock. Zarnock was doing their thing, and they had just signed with Capitol Records. Well, little did they know that we was A-Ball Magazine had a major budget for promoting, putting ads in the magazine from Capitol Records and Interscope Records. So I was asked by Anthony Baltimore to say, hey, Grizz, why don't you let Zarnock get on this cover? We got Rich Boy in the magazine. You still put your ad in there, and we just give you the cover on the next go around. I said, okay, because they all came from us anyway. You know what I'm saying? They just went to somebody else who furthered their career further than what we could do right at that particular time for whatever reasons we was going through. So no problem. There was no hate in my heart at all.
Nice.
So I was privy to sit on calls and meetings about their image, about the pimp tight, about going to my cousin's store and getting the clothing and doing this and doing that. Hey, Grizz, how you think we should market them? Because that's what I was doing. as far as the natty pack and what I was doing. So I kept it 100. Hey, man, that pimp stuff is Rollo. Them boys is real Negroes, but they need to be themselves because that's who they are.
Right.
And if you see Mark right now, Mark is a painter. He paints some of the greatest pictures and,
he's been doing
and stuff, creative. You know what I'm saying? So I already know I'm not a hater, nigga. This how we move. We got God in it, so we gonna move right. So long story short, I gave up the magazine cover and dude said, hey man, I'm about to go out here and cover the story of Jesse James, and that was Sandra Bullock's husband, who did the Choppers. I don't know if y'all remember back then when they used to have a TV show, the Choppers, Jesse James. That was Sandra Bullock's husband, right?
Damn, I don't remember her being married to him.
Yeah, she was married to him, and then she divorced him. But there was a brother out there in L.A. that beat him. He was winning the competitions hands down, but it was a brother that was out there that beat him. So he was going to fly out there to interview him and do all this and do all that, take everybody and promote, blah, 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 blah. And he said, you come on with me, and I'm going to introduce you to this dude. You ain't going to have to worry about nothing about your music, man. You're going to be good. You're going to like this. He said, what I do in your motion, I want Bruno to take his music and try and mix it in with some go-go. I think y'all music and that go-go will be banging. But in the meantime, the catalog that y'all got, man, we going to run with it.
Right.
I said, damn, that sounds legit. What we got to do? What's going on?
Everything.
Everything that this nigga says.
You got to do everything.
This nigga says to me, Grizz, man, I don't know how you might take this, but dude, when we get out here, I'm going to introduce you to him, and dude might come out with no shirt on. He might even come out butt naked. I said, hey.
Oh, hell
hey.
no.
Hey, man, first of all, what in the hell?
No, for real.
No, on some real shit. I said, what in the hell would you even think to present that to me at all? I don't see no sugar in my tank. I'm looking around. Did I miss a clue, nigga? Did I miss a clue? Because I don't understand none of that. And I don't want no parts of none of that, bruh.
He's about to seduce you.
Man, we didn't even have the conversation no more after that. I was heated. And to be honest, and to honestly be 100% straight up, I really want to ask Mark. Did that opportunity? I mean, that opportunity was that presented to you?
But sometimes that's what ends up happening. You'll be thinking like, well, what happened to this artist? They could have been did this and been did that. But people be coming at them like that.
No,
I
don't think I can do that.
I don't think I want no parts of this.
I don't think I want no pictures of nothing.
Fact.
I bring my own weed and my own drink.
Fact.
I don't want to smoke nothing of yours. I don't care who you is. I got my own shit. Excuse me, Lord. I got my own liquor. I don't need that. But I think that I don't understand why people don't think that stuff is real, man. And it's a bigger scheme. These celebrities that's doing this, I don't think that they understand that they just puppets. Because you mentioned something really slick that might have went over people's heads was the CIA. You know what I'm saying? And that mind control, MLK, is it MLK mind control? That those things are truly real. They truly real. And I used to think like some of these conspiracies, like, okay, people would lay me that. My brother even called, you're the Alex Jones. You're the black Alex Jones. And I looked at Alex Jones and I was like, oh, hell no, nigga. I still got to, you messing me up with the aliens. So no, I don't think everything that somebody say is the real. You got to investigate it. Just like I thought about the cloning. I was wondering about the cloning. Like, at first I couldn't fathom.
Just the theories.
I could. At first, I said I couldn't fathom that they are cloning humans. But then I had to do what you would call critical thinking. I got to thinking like, well, damn, I remember being a young man that these clone the damn sheep.
Yeah.
A sheep. So if they can clone a sheep, they got to be able to clone a human. They got to be able to.
Just like they trying to just grow babies without a without a
Yeah,
parent.
anything like. So that started to change for me. Like now, but the proof to me was the goddamn sheep. That was then I had to go back. Like, yep, that was it. It was a sheep. Them niggas, they've been practicing and they didn't got it perfected. Because you hear Janae talk about her clones. You hear she was when she was promoting that movie, and you hear Kevin Hart just started talking about his clones, and then I always heard about Gucci, and I'm thinking like, can somebody, because this really is a theory until it's proven, can somebody take pictures of these two people in the same place? Can we please? If we gonna get it right, let's get it right. And like the flat earth versus the round. Oh my gosh. There's eggs in this hand, there's eggs in this hand. You know what I'm saying?
You got too many bags.
There's too many. Like, somebody please tell us. Please show us actual vivid proof was undeniable that the earth is round.
Please.
See? This is what he said. This is why
I say this. It's like a oblique disc shape, like a spear. That's the shape of the earth, like a oblique spear shape, which means a spear shape isn't actually round. But then again, it's not actually flat either, if that makes sense.
I get what you're saying.
No.
If y'all two think about it, when have we ever saw a real clear picture of Earth? I'm not talking about in the movies, because that's fake. I'm not talking about in our books, because we know that's all misinformation. I'm talking about a real, actual footage or photo of Earth. Have we ever seen one? That's your critical thinking right there. It's always shown, if you think about it, Earth is always shown from a side view, from a part of the Earth view. You get what I'm saying? There's never been a full picture of Earth that we seen. Am I correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm in my middle 40s. I haven't seen one. Well, I've seen how it really looks, but that's...
Yeah, I'm trying to look. I'm going through my Rolodex while he's talking to my brain
too.
like...
My mind running like, hold on, let me think.
Let me see.
Then
every picture has damn near been the same.
That's what I was about to say.
Every picture has been the same, pretty much.
Right. Look like a blue planet or something, a blue circle planet.
Can we play the theme? Can we play the X-File music right now? I'm having an X-File a moment right now.
Right, that's just all that is. That's just critical thinking right there. We have never been shown a clear picture
like
of Earth.
It's all blue, but how is it all blue when...
This is getting too deep for me. This is why, don't call me no goddamn conspiracy theorist. This stuff take too long to be thinking. You know what I'm talking about? I need vivid proof. You know what I'm talking about? I need some proof.
No, for real.
I don't know if we ever gonna get proof. I don't know. It's the age of information, so things is moving. So thank you. Just play that the whole damn thing. Just let it play.
Shit, we need to be playing Twilight Zone. That should be zoning me out.
Because I am really over here tripping, man. Like,
because you really made me start thinking, like, hold on.
But everything that's going on in this world right now, what is the end game? What you think the end game is?
I want
the demise of Earth.
The end game. Because it's got to be the Matt said on the last show, honorable and I forget his name, but they said,
who?
Yeah.
Who you say?
I'm high. I don't know.
Who you say?
Like they said on the last on their podcast, man. And what you was referring to, and we was talking about the CIA and celebrities and politicians are last on the totem pole. They are a puppet. They are puppets being ran by puppets. They are influencers. They influence people to do this. They
But
influence.
they have less freedom than everybody
Yes,
else.
this agenda that's pushing. It's to the point right now with you go against the transgender or something.
They try to blackball you, hang you by your neck. Like, they trying to force it on.
Act like you is not a man trying to be a woman. And to me, that's never going to happen. I don't care what's in your head. And I respect that. That's your thing. And I ain't going to be disrespectful. And
Just
me calling
ain't
you,
me.
I'm going to call you or hey, or I will never address you because I don't want to offend you. But
Please.
I just, when it's right there, like, dude, the sky is blue. If you look up there and right now and you telling me that it is purple, it's not going to happen. So that is my mind frame. That's not being disrespectful, but the point being that they pushing this on everybody so much right now, and it's like, dude, hold on, player. Do you? And what y'all want to do, but that don't mean that you are special. No, you cannot go do any women's sports.
That's weird.
No, that's weird.
It's weird.
No, you
as
cannot.
fuck. Like,
No, you
who
cannot.
does that?
No, you cannot go into the women's bathroom.
No,
You can't do that. I mean, they're allowing it, but
it shouldn't be allowed.
it shouldn't be allowed. And then somebody brought up, well, there's some of these men out here that look like women and you couldn't even tell. That may be true. But the ones that don't, when this white man got on the beard and he ain't shaved and he got his wig on crooked, talking about he need to go to the women's bathroom. Hey man. It don't take too much critical thinking to no. So that's where we at, but what's the end game?
I don't know, man.
You don't know the end
I
game?
said
This is where
I
we
said
at.
the demise of the.
Oh, yeah.
What you
Oh,
say?
go ahead. I'm sorry. Y'all ready for me to answer?
Go ahead, sir. I get the rambling right, and
Go ahead.
I forget.
Okay. Oh, you fine. You fine. Well, the end game has already arrived, as you can see when I'm gonna use some examples. When you have Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, the whole world sat there and watched them change their son to a woman and didn't stop it, didn't say nothing. That's one of the end games right there, if that makes sense. And that was just a quick example. We can go back to that topic.
Yeah, because
I've been wanting to go in on them.
Yeah.
They devils.
Ain't no time like the present. Ain't no
Hold
time
on.
like
So
the present.
question.
Right.
So I just got a question. So do you,
Right.
looking back on your life, now you being your age now, and you thinking about you being like 14 or 15, do you think that you were mature enough to make such a life-changing decision like that?
Hell no.
No, I'm gonna say.
Hell no.
Okay, do you think when you was 18 that you knew what you was doing when you was telling your parents you knew what you was doing?
No, but I'm gonna tell you this, and this is where somebody that says their child is at that age where they can think for themselves or do it themselves. This and
There's
that.
levels to that, and a
There
parent
is.
has to.
And it is
levels to that.
and it comes with.
That's the end game right there,
Where
Grizz.
parents
Just
are
said
letting
not to cut
children
you
make
off,
adult
sir.
decisions.
Well, I was just trying to.
Who
I
do
was
that?
trying to put my mind frame in where they were saying and related to Bible, and when a boy comes of age and they're full of their own thinking capacity. I can't remember that, but it has to be with the parents' guidance as far as teaching them the right thing, what is right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? I believe, if that makes any sense to you. No, it doesn't to me either.
I'm
That's
just
too
saying,
young.
I got a 21-year-old, and do I think that he would be capable? He's a very smart young man. I don't take that away from him, but it's still
At
shit.
14, that you
What
want to
the-
be a girl?
I mean,
Right.
There should have been warning signs from Dwayne Wade as a man, recognizing, like, hold on, like, why would I have my son around a a transgender nanny or whatever the person was, a nanny. If I'm a straight thinking man, I'm not going to have my son.
Even if I accept people for who
They
they
are. Yeah,
it's
you
just
can be
certain
that.
things as a parent, you don't put things that influence your children negatively.
Exactly. And that's the one thing that I thought
That
went
made me
wrong.
need-
Like,
I need a shot.
I don't know personally nothing about Dwayne Wade or his antics, but we've heard about him. And it's funny that you said them today because their names was mentioned in that Jeffrey Epstein, right, on that list. And this is all alleged. So we're going to put that word out there until it really comes out, however they do it. But alleged, their names was on that paper.
Let's talk about it.
They was on that paper. But it was interesting the day that you said
all
that.
Your favorite celebrities was on there.
Yeah, but it was funny that you said her name today. They named today, right? Because she was on the Jennifer Hudson show when I came in today, right?
For real?
Yeah, she was on the Jennifer Hudson show. And now all of a sudden she has something for kids and safety or some in her hometown, I guess on hometown, wherever her sexual assault took place. So she set up some type of foundation or something. Don't quote me, but it was something to help women or people who have been sexually abused or whatever. Wow. And I thought that was very, 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 very PR work, public relations work about what you're doing with allegedly doing with them kids. How you've done switched the script on somebody else's kid, not your own blood kid, but somebody else's child. So I just kept thinking, to me, this is just my opinion. Dwayne Wade went through something alleged. I don't know. And who am I? I'm not judgmental, but something in that man wasn't clicking right for him not to turn his son in the right direction. And
I mean, that goes down to like little things, like when your kids are little and say, I remember one time my sons, they was babies. They was like about 18 months old. They used to put on their dad's shoes and they try to put on my shoes. Nah, you ain't wear mommy's shoes.
You don't wear mommy's shoes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Stuff like that, or letting them play with Barbies. I didn't play none of that.
Right.
I ain't letting no you play with a kid, dog, you better go get you a G.I. Joe or something, like a wrestler.
And and I think that's what you're supposed to do. And then these people talking about some be free will and let them. No, man. No, you got to be guided because we got to be guided. We still learning this game. As long as we've been here, you said it. You went right up the timeline, and I did too, of the mental capacity of humans.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying? And today, I still realize that there are people stuck on stupid and relaxed on dumb. The mental capacity has still not evolved. Okay, but go ahead. The end game.
in their 30s and 40s.
50s and 60s.
Period.
70s and 80s. I had a nigga tell me that he don't know that they'll ever hear of 90 old. He said 90 to 100, but old people. I say old people that do drugs. I said this guy has never been in the streets.
Never sheltered.
He's sheltered. Nigga, I can take you right now to a person that's in their motherfucker. Excuse my French. 70s, dang near 80 right now, still doing what they doing.
Get blowed.
I said, man.
You start on Galbraith and Reading heading south. I always said from Galbraith and Reading, on Reading Road and Galbraith, heading south, Reading Road to downtown, it's a big strip. You see, like you was just saying, Grizz, you see multiple 60, 70, 80 years old on that shit.
Boy.
You know?
Boy, I wanted to.
In the strip, you can get anything you want.
Tweaked
on
out.
Galbraith from Reading all the way downtown, Reading Road.
A
big strip.
Man, it's so many spots. It's ridiculous, bro. I was just flabbergasted. Like, you know what? I ain't even gonna say nothing else to this guy, man. This guy is
made you want to end the conversation.
Yeah,
like, where you been? Okay.
Yeah,
say less.
Say, you know, I'm supposed to be thick with the skin on this stuff because this is what we do. So I can't get upset that this stuck on stupid and relaxed on dumb. It's just some people you can't help. But to me, the end game.
Well,
Go ahead.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You good?
Well, like you were saying, people are stuck on stupid. This is the second time I've been on this show, and you never heard me use the term "wake up" or "you awoke" because we already have been. We just didn't see it. When you don't look for something, you're not gonna see it. When you start looking, it'll come clear as day. Like you said, the end game. We want to talk about the Bible. I noticed your show, Grizz. I mean, I'm about to say it. Don't crucify me.
Hold
The
on
Bible
now.
was the greatest science. Hey, we about to do it. Fuck it. The Bible's the greatest science fiction novel ever written. I said it. And
Hey, man.
millions of others feel the same way I feel.
Hey,
You
man.
think about it.
Hey, man.
What do the Bible talk about? All the Bible talk about is sin,
Hey, man.
murder, and
Hey, man. I am not.
And the ways people work
I am
through
not.
situations they was going through.
Yeah, I'm not. We is not gonna go here. We is not gonna go here because
that's it.
you're gonna go deep, and I'm gonna tell you how, in simple layman terms, I actually put it on my page the other day about this book that everybody says is fiction, this, that, and the third, and blah 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 blah. All I know is being
Not all fiction parts.
all I know is this. From simple terms, we read the book from front to back all our time, and broke it down. And the things that are happening, the things that are that happen in that book, that said was going to happen in that book, is happening. And some would say, man, you've been living in the last days since blah, 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 blah. Okay. My thing to that is God's time and our time is different. We all know about going into we think we know going into space or whatever and rotation and all this, because we still, like you said, scientific stuff has been proven false. Like today, somebody said at the job, shout out to Wayne, and they all tune into my podcast. Shout out to Wayne, who's like you saying, opening eyes. He said, hey, man, we was always taught they got this new telescope that can see beyond. And we was always told scientifically that blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, I already knew this in my head. Like, yeah, just from this book. So what I'm saying, to be real simple about it, the prophecies in the book is coming true in the fruitation. There's a few things that had to happen that's getting ready to happen. And some of it we might not see in our lifetime because it might be our kids and their grandkids to get to the part where it's actually, you know what I'm saying, broke down. But I put up a picture of the clay image in Revelations and what was represented and the United Nations and so forth. If you pay attention to what's going on with the United Nations, they the bad boys. The Bible tell you in Revelations, they the bad boys. America is that book. People can take what they want from it and this, that, and the third, but from chronology, timeline to whatever, all the stuff like you said, my in between. Grizz, what other people did Adam and Eve come from? Was they screwing themselves? Was it what's the word for it? What's the word for it?
Oh my God.
No, I'm serious. He know. He know exactly what I'm talking about. What is it?
Incest, Grill.
Incest. That was brought up. Like, hey.
Incest.
Yeah, so like, hey, I've always heard that back further time that it was not an uncommon thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know that part. I don't know. But all I know was this chronological time that's happening. And that's what they said. It's going down. There's one scripture in the Bible that says that Babylon will never be built again. The city of Babylon will never be built again. I went to National Geographic, pulled up stuff. The city of Babylon, they tried to build it again. But it never got rebuilt. Just like that book said. There's a couple other things, and this was written a long time ago, bro. a long time ago. Well, National Geographic them found out about this stuff. So I get it. Some people, them stories, might be too far-fetched for them, but people think today's stories is too far-fetched for them. We sitting here talking about how people are, I can't believe Eddie Murphy done this, or I can't believe that this person just said they sacrificed. You tripping. But here it is in our face. The same thing with that book. And the end game to me is, and what I learned is this new world order stuff that's going to happen.
You said world order?
New world order.
Yeah.
It's coming
They're
down
pushing the agenda.
Yeah, it's coming down the pike. It's coming down the pike. In that book, it tells you that these people that's doing this crap gonna run to the mountains and think everything is okay. Now, if you Google bunkers and you Google all the celebrity bunkers and stuff, they've got bunkers dig deep into the mountains thinking that that's gonna save them. That book says that.
Not believe you because the military has bunkers in the mountains.
Yeah, because they think that's going to save
where they
them.
keep their weapons.
No, sir. There's a couple more things, and I don't know all of them, but there's a couple more things that's got to happen to put in place. And one of the things that's been building up is these preachers and this false prophet stuff that they doing. Mm-hmm. All of this stuff it's been coming to the light, but it's being pushed even more now. Just like the agenda being pushed through the door now, the information is being pushed to us. The truth is being pushed to us too. It's like what you said. You got to go seek it. You got to go seek it. It's right in your face. You got to go seek it. So I understand people who might not believe everything in the Bible. And, they took this. The Egyptians took this. And they took this from the Egyptians. And, well, in the book, the Bible tell you the Egyptians was the they was the ones. Hold on. My staff eat your snakes. What did you talk about? I am him. And the book tell you.
Well, like I said.
Now go ahead. I get the preaching and stuff. I get the preaching. Ooh, Lord, have mercy.
Are you good?
Let the church say amen. Can we get some organs right now?
I thought you were about to get some church stomping music like.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? That's what he was supposed to do. I just told you I used to knock on doors. Hello. And you got people doing this. You like, oh, they be like, oh, heck, it's for the little Jehovah's Witness boys.
This motherfucker.
They hide from the door.
It's
It's grown people. I couldn't have been no more. Lord. I couldn't have been no more. In the tender age of knocking on doors, telling the good people about you, Lord. And what your son gonna do? And how it's coming through today, Lord. I was just a little boy. I knock on the door. And they run. Lord, they run.
You was a Jehovah's Witness for real.
I'm not making this up, girl. There be times I ring your doorbell. You think I run your doorbell. Because I used to be so feared of people making fun of me talking about the Bible. I used to be fearful of that. Like, really, these people are upset about me talking about the Bible. So when we talk about kids being at an impressionable age and you being taught, I was able to pick up stuff. And some of it I didn't pick up till grown man stuff right now. You dig what I'm saying? Exactly. So that's where this passion and this fire coming from, bro. So, okay, we're going to let church be over with today.
Church say amen.
Let the church say, let the Lord say amen. And his name will be sanctified and vindified. And Jesus and God is two different people if you don't know.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But Grizz, what I mean by when I said that, and you right, the Bible, especially Revelations, I read all the Revelations, and a lot of Revelations seems to be to a T. What I mean by the Bible being the world's greatest science fiction novel, it's a lot of it's a lot of things you can bring about. Like if they can find millions of years ago dinosaurs, where Adam and Eve bones at, where Abraham bones at, where Moses bones at. Play that X-Files music, because this makes you think. This is the critical thinking right here. Where these boats at? Especially these slave ships that brought us all over. Where they at? You know, that's your critical thinking right there. Now listen to what I just said. If we can find bones and artifacts millions and 10 million years ago, where the hell Adam's at? Where the hell Eve at? Where Moses, Abraham, Peter, Paul, John? Where they at? Where they bones at?
Maybe,
Well, they great.
maybe they don't want you to find Peter, Paul, and those bones, because if they found those bones, then that would really make it be the truth that they trying to keep you from. So that's why you ain't found.
I was just about to say they
That would
probably wouldn't
contradict.
want you to know that they found it. 'Cause
They probably
they're
don't
trying-
want you to know that
they're
they
trying
found
to-
those people's bones, because then if that book would be the
For real.
truth, for
And
real.
in today's
That's your answer
society-
right there, sir. God told me. God just told me. He said, hey, man,
No, for real.
if they find them bones, then all your stuff about this book will be wrong.
But then you got to think about the fact that they're trying to push.
Yeah.
They trying to push the agenda not to believe in the Bible. So if they find cold hard proof of it, why would they want to show you that?
Why
when
would
they
they
don't
wanna
want
show
you
you
to
that?
believe it?
Now that's the critical thinking part to me, sir. That's the critical part thinking to me. There's a reason why they don't want you to see that.
Because they don't want you to believe in it.
They don't want you to believe. They don't want you to know the truth. Just like they said the book of Enoch.
There you go.
And I said to myself, I asked my daddy, right? My daddy wasn't always a Jehovah's Witness. That Negro used to burn books, throw them out the window. Him and my mama used to bang over that stuff. And it tripped me out how he just changed. Like, I was go to the Kingdom Hall, right? And the one time I went, I knew stuff had changed with my daddy, because I had made a paper airplane in the Kingdom Hall, right? And I said, and hit a sister in the back of the head like,
What's wrong with you?
oh, man, my mama whooped my ass, and then when I got home, he whooped my ass. And I was the little kid with the thumb in the mouth like, why did my daddy just whoop my ass? And I seen them arguing and fighting over this stuff. But he went on ahead and did his thing. He said the truth was the truth. So I forget where I was going with the story.
He was burning books and throwing them out the window.
Yeah.
And then you was going to church.
Oh, well, but
So we was trying to. Where was we at?
I don't know. That's what happens when you
Too many trees.
yeah, too many trees at one particular time. You know, they tell you it's one of the side effects. I'm going to come up with a gook brain and scoop it off so I can remember short-term memory. Because I sure forgot the hell what I was talking about.
It's like, okay, we get to a point. Nah.
Yeah, he was talking about revelations and it being true, and it's just, I don't know, man. The end game to me is definitely the New World Order. And I believe somebody made a point to me yesterday, and they said, because people was on this Bible stuff, man. Believe it or not, people are paying attention, and they might not even tell you that they're paying attention, or they might not even admit that what the stuff that we are talking about is happening in their faces, you know, whether pride or whatever it is, but a lot of people are paying attention. And one of the things was what was the book, and I did it again.
Oh my God, Lord have mercy.
I did it again.
That's how I feel. Thank you.
Oh, I got it. The yellow did it. The Antichrist. Somebody said
I was trying not to bring that up.
that Elon Musk is going to be the Antichrist. He fights against, or lightweight fights against, Gates and what he's doing, the sinister stuff that he's doing, and these other elites. And he uses words like the other elites or those elites. They shouldn't this and they shouldn't that and blah, blah, blah. So I thought about it, like, yeah, you're right, because the damn sure ain't going to be no damn Kanye. He ain't leading nobody but a cult. Ain't nobody following his ass but a cult.
Leave me alone.
Ain't nobody following
Hey,
him.
leave me
Well,
alone.
But hold on, Grizz. Where did Elon Musk come from? How did we hear about him? This is where the critical thinking comes in. Where did he come from? How do we know about him? remember, we wouldn't know about him unless the media lets us know about him, puts him out there for us to get
Well, they
to
put
know
his
him
daddy
and
out
see
here
who
first.
he is.
Yeah, they put his daddy out there first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Now, now remember this, Grizz, too. Not to interrupt you, sir. And what's your co-host name again? I'm sorry, I didn't
Tyann
quite get her
Capri.
name.
Diva, Tyann Capri. They all first name is Diva.
Hey, I like that.
Diva, Miss Diva. Okay. Now you got to remember, and I always said this: the ones who get the spotlight in our country, the ones who are magnets, that's what's the word I'm looking for? That's advertised, marketed.
Like in the limelight.
Those are your bad people. Yes, those are your bad people. They're not for the good. It's the ones who are for the good, they wouldn't get no publicity. They wouldn't get no shine like Dr. Sethi. I use that as an example. You know what I'm saying? All these characters that they put out, from Martin Luther King Jr., he was a character too. Malcolm X, he was a character too. We'll get into that. All this propaganda is just for the benefit and the gain for those elites, those 1%ers who run this world, because America's a corporation. Remember, we was talking about that, Grizz, messaging back and forth. America's a corporation. This isn't a country. I hope y'all know that.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Business.
Right.
Yes.
So when you run a corporation, how do you run a corporation? You can't run a corporation by just everyday living. There has to be some type of agenda that goes within this corporation for it to run smoothly. And how do we do that?
Hey, man.
We get our celebrities to promote them and market them and have the world thinking that's their heroes.
Stop you.
Think about it.
Stop. I got to stop you.
Okay.
I'm going to stop you. I ain't trying to be rude, but this is how we do. I got to stop you. It is so amazing to me today that you is bringing up stuff that's actually happening. And what I mean about it is I just saw a new video of Cat Williams talking about exactly what you're saying about the Chris Rock and Will Smith incident, his special and all of that. And he was specifically saying that shit was staged. Excuse me, look, that stuff was staged. It's a business. He said people don't understand that it's a business.
I believe it.
He said you had to have two of the biggest names in the game to create a business module for this to take place as far as ratings, to boot this, to boot that, to blah 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 blah. And he said it was a game. He said the slap was real. He said the slap was real, but it was to benefit the people behind
The scenes.
the scenes behind the Will Smiths. They said that Will Smith has over 300 businesses tied to him and his brand. 300 corporations?
That's a lot.
Man, that's a lot. So all of them got to eat off of that, man. That's the biggest pimping in the world. And you are a puppet.
Modern day slavery.
Yeah.
Modern day
You
slavery.
a puppet,
they just
man.
don't whoop us no more.
Y'all puppets. That's what the whole thing was. If we could segue into this right quick, was the Chris Rock special. Now, everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, I think it's like tuned into it. He got money, that buku money off of it. Got everybody talking about it. Talking about the Chris
But who got but I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, but who gained the most from that profit? The network.
The
Chris.
network.
It's the network.
Yep.
Who on that network gained the most out of anybody.
Yep. Facts. That tripped me out. I figured like, dang, that is crazy that these two Negroes did this and they gave it a name for it, but they already knew what was planned, what's going to happen. This is that.
When this was going to come out, all that.
All of this stuff. And we was like this, gravitating. Oh my gosh, did you see this nigga get smacked?
I'm trying to tell you.
And then,
now y'all know why that came out like that too. Not to interrupt, I'm sorry. Y'all know why.
Man, quit saying you sorry. This is GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE-Ep. You see how I'm rapping? This is how we do. So go ahead. Just butt right in.
Well, the Scorpio is always respectful and polite. First off, that's my motto, to give respect. But anytime when that situation happened, what was being put out? Those Epstein flight logs. See, this is what y'all got to pay attention to the world. When something that just happens on TV that's weird and just out of sync, that's to develop a news line, a storyline, so you won't find out what the real story that's getting ready to come out. Like those Epstein flight logs.
Yeah, you'll be
like
distracted
you said
from
earlier
it.
in the show, Grizz. All those individuals that was on that flight, that was at his on his island, Epstein Island. Every major celebrity, black and white, you can think of, they fuck with, I didn't mean to say the language, they're involved in human trafficking. I said it again. That's why they're able to roam and maneuver in this world. That's why they get all the top deals with all these top companies, advertising and marketing. That's what make the country go, by the way, advertisement.
Right. Then let me ask y'all.
Advertise.
I've been seeing a lot of the little white celebrities coming out talking about like basically sex trafficking and how kids are being marketed in the industry, and they was just like, it starts from the casting couch.
Right. Let me ask you this though. Did you think that shit was funny?
What?
Chris Rock.
His actual stand up?
The new one.
Yeah, I did.
Did you think it was funny?
It was okay.
I don't mean like
it was.
Let me say what you mean by funny.
Okay.
The reason why I asked you this is because
I thought it was real more so than funny. But I was getting weak because he was saying things that people are like blinded, like they don't see it.
I didn't get that from that. I got that him was bashing. I got he was bashing us.
You did?
Yeah. I got he was bashing. He felt angry to me.
Deserve bashing.
But that's been his whole thing for his whole comedic thing, man. He has never been funny. Like Coonan. That's exactly the word that what's the name said. Coonan. It just came back Coonan. Even when he was doing his CB4s, and you can even say the Wayans might have been Coonan a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Making extra fun of us than anybody else, bashing us the most to get the last from these white folks.
You talking about living
color? You could probably think that they was toting the line and really bashing, even though this shit was funny. Because that's our reality. And that's what I get too. But theirs was a little different. Their shit was funny. Their stuff was funny, man. And even though it might have came off a little bashing, Chris Rock stuff was not funny. It was chuckles like he was really hating on us. And it proved to me even more to be true when they posted that video. I know the video is old, 10 years old, 8 years old, of him with these white actors and
I've seen that
the other dude, Simon, whatever, who made the Seinfeld, and he didn't even feel comfortable with them other comedians saying that the N-word.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? He didn't even feel comfortable with it. But Chris Rock let him go around ahead, and you know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't. His comedy on us, and we all talk about us. Don't get it twisted. But the real comedians who talk about us, they have real funny jokes, man. It be some real shit.
You was an asshole. No.
He's not funny, man. His delivery is that. But anyway, that was me. What you think?
Like I said, I liked it.
You liked it. Mm-hmm. And you thought it was okay, too.
Yeah.
I just feel like he said things that most people don't say.
Yeah, Chris Rock's part of the elite. You know, he's in that in crowd. So
yeah, that's what Cat Williams said. That's what Cat Williams said.
Williams.
When that slap happened, y'all didn't peep that. Y'all didn't read. Y'all can go back and look. After that slap, Chris Rock had a world tour set up that was already sold out. You get what I'm saying? The money.
Right.
It was already sold out because of that slap him and Will Smith stage orchestrated. And like you said, Grizz, those certain individuals gained more off of Will and Chris Rock doing that to one another.
Yeah.
And they had to do that too to direct what's going on in the real world. Because when that happened, that's when the flight logs came out. So everybody was distracted from finding out who really was dealing with these pedophiles, you know?
Yeah, but
Who
I
really
don't.
is a pedophile. That's what it's all
About. That's why I don't think they'll never be prosecuted. I don't think Drake will never be prosecuted for his role in alleged role in what he's doing. I don't think Diddy will be prosecuted for his alleged people that he done took out. I don't think Jay-Z and Beyonce, none of these people whose names is allegedly on this stuff, I don't think that these people will ever see the light of day or any time for that, just because of the distractions that you said. So with that being said, people will never fully comprehend.
well. If you also look too, this is where I'll be sending you to, Grizz. A lot of those people on that list, if you think about it, you don't see them no more either. Now I know you think you may see them. I'm gonna use this as an example. Everybody on these social media sites talking about how they was there when they killed Tupac and they shot at him and blah, blah, blah. Now, you know, Grizz, in the real world, if that was me and you, we would have been indicted for accomplice to murder. Am I correct?
Oh my gosh. I said that right now to all of them, like, come on, man.
How come no one's been indicted? Everybody sitting here, this is what I'm talking about, propaganda, brainwash, indoctrinated into the American way of living. These fools is just sitting up here, these characters telling you they're involved in this man's murder, but yet they never been indicted, never been arrested because he's not dead. But that's a different talk though. If Tupac was really dead, wouldn't these individuals be indicted? Wouldn't Puff Daddy be indicted? Wouldn't he be, you get what I'm saying? Keefy D, all these individuals talking
No, if
about
he was dead, no, if he dead, they couldn't bring up any charges. My partner died, right? And I'm gonna just keep it 100.
There's no statutory limits to murder. You can murder me and you can murder someone now, and 50 years later they find us guilty, they coming for us. There's no statute or limitations.
No, well, I was going to say
And
that what happened with my boy is that
oh, my fault.
he got shot, and I didn't even say his name, but he bled out on the porch because he had blood thinners in it. But the young boys robbed him, right? But little did I know that the whole crew was being somebody's watching you, and they got no privacy. And I was told that they could never come after any of us because he is gone. So that was my line of thinking as far as why nobody could actually prove that, except for maybe Kim Porter, actually prove that these people did what they did. And she had critical stuff.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Critical stuff. So
Yeah.
if they weren't dead, like you said, and the statute of limitations is what it is, then they would be on their ass. You know, but since how it's, even though Keefy D, Orlando Anderson, and all of them said they was there, this, that, and the third, and they probably was there, this, that, and the third. But those people are dead, and like you said, why haven't they testified? So I don't know. I just think they'll never see the day of light.
Been indicted.
Yeah,
They haven't been indicted.
Yeah. So I don't think they ever will be prosecuted. I don't think none of these people will be prosecuted. I think it'll just be more and more stuff to say, oh, here's releasing this, oh, here's releasing that. But then again, you never know how the devil play, man, because that little young boy, that I told y'all to go watch the video about the little young boy said he asked the devil, man, in Miami at a party at that Baphomet statue, and he said the demon told him that everything's going to be all right. And that meant he wouldn't have to worry about none of that. You're going to be sacrificed. So some of them might be up for, their time might be up. Maybe they will get prosecuted. But all I know is everybody need to keep their third eye open, man, and keep telling people about what's going on. Be prepared for the worst. The banking is coming. All of this stuff is happening. It's getting ready to happen, man. As far as crashing, as far as the world as we know it, it's getting ready to happen. And I'm not saying that's going to happen tomorrow, next year, this, that, and the third, because I don't know. But I know it's soon, and the signs are there. So, with that being said, man, it's time to roll. Next week, I'm trying. Hey, and y'all ever get a chance, man? When we get up out of here, when y'all get home, when you're bored or something, jump into Clubhouse, man. Clubhouse be jumping. And the group that I've been in is with Donnie Young, man. Donnie Young. I don't know if you know Donnie Young.
I know Donnie.
But the rooms be jumping. And next week, I'm trying to have this guy from Baltimore here call in, be a guest, because he was on some stuff the week before last about Black America can change before this stuff hits the fan. And he had proof of them doing it in Baltimore. And we needed that type stuff to spread to other cities, so we don't have that mentality that things will never change. Right. So I'm going to go in there tonight. So I encourage everybody that's paying attention today to tune in with us to go ahead at 9 o'clock, check out Donnie Young on Clubhouse and get in and jump in and voice your opinion and do what you do. But I want to thank you again, Mr. Breeze, for coming in again. You know what I'm talking about, doors open, because we're going to keep this a revolving door going around here, especially when other events and things take place. So keep shooting me that information, because my real game is going up. You know what I'm saying? I be chopping and chopping, right, so I really appreciate the content. Oh, don't do that!
You see that right
there?
No,
don't do that! You a part of that? Stop that! Stop that! Stop that!
Hey, I have to know so much. How come I know so much then? No, I'm just joking.
Oh, Lord. Hey, play the music again. Hey, don't be stuck on stupid and relax so dumb. And we got to get some background checks with Mr. High Breeze. He might be a double agent. We out of here. See y'all next week.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I really do.